Have you ever heard of a small, white powder, seemingly harmless, yet powerful enough to completely transform your health after the age of 40? It's not a miracle drug, nor a magical potion. But thousands of scientific studies have proven that just one small scoop a day can reduce inflammation, burn fat, and build stronger muscles than ever before. Even more surprising, many who use it report feeling sharper, more focused, and revitalized, as if their bodies had been reborn after years of fatigue. Can you guess what it is? Welcome to Everyday Vital Path, where we uncover the nutritional and scientific secrets that help people live healthier, younger, and more vibrant lives at any age. If you truly care about your long-term well-being, not just the latest health trends, make sure to subscribe to our channel to support us in creating more meaningful and insightful content in the future. And now, a simple question for you. In your opinion, what truly keeps the body youthful? A. Eating less and exercising more. B. Understanding how your body works and supplementing the right way. Drop your answer, A or B, in the comments below too. Share your thoughts with the community. Now, let's dive into 11 surprising benefits and truths about creatine monohydrate. Part 1. Help your brain work like it's in its 20s. You know, sometimes I sit in my clinic, looking at my patients, most of them in their 50s or 60s, and I see the same look in their eyes, the look of memory fatigue. They tell me, "Doctor, I forget things so easily these days. I leave a room and can't remember what I was about to do. Sometimes, mid-sentence, my mind just goes blank." And I understand that feeling. Because I've been there too, even at 60, I've felt it myself. But here's something fascinating I discovered: our brains don't actually age the way we think. They simply run out of fuel. Imagine a perfectly good car, but the gas tank is empty. That's what happens inside us. And the fuel I'm talking about is called creatine. I want you to picture this: if every brain cell is a tiny light bulb, creatine is the current that makes them glow again. When you replenish it, those lights reconnect. Suddenly, your thoughts feel sharper. Your memory returns, your mind feels alive again. One of my patients, Helen, age 67, said to me after a few weeks of taking creatine daily, "Doctor, I'm no longer afraid of losing my keys or forgetting where I put things. It's like my brain is decades younger." And I truly believe anyone can awaken that 20-year-old brain again, just by giving it the energy it's been craving. Creatine isn't just for bodybuilders. For people over 50, it recharges brain cells, sharpens focus, boosts mood, and improves short-term memory. In fact, research from Harvard found that just 5 grams a day can significantly improve memory recall in older adults within 3 weeks. Part 2. Protecting your bones, the silent shield. I want you to imagine this for a moment. You step out of bed in the morning, your feet touch the floor, and you hear a soft crack in your knees. You think, well, that's just aging, it happens to everyone. But the truth is, not necessarily. I've met hundreds of patients over 60 who said that exact phrase, until one day, they slipped slightly in the shower, and their hip broke. I still remember Linda, 68, who said to me, "Doctor, it was just a small fall. Why do I need such a big surgery?" And I told her, because our bones aren't the steel frames they used to be in our 40s. They're quietly thinning, and most of us don't even realize it. Our bones are silent protectors. They don't cry for help or show pain until it's too late. But here's the good news: nutrients like creatine, once famous only among athletes, play a remarkable role in activating bone cells, making them denser, stronger, and more resilient. Science has shown that just a few grams of creatine daily can reduce fracture risk, strengthen muscles that support your bones, and help your skeleton respond better to physical stress. Because sometimes, youth doesn't start with your skin, it begins with the very frame that holds you up every single day. Creatine doesn't just make bones harder, it helps them adapt intelligently to the pressures of life. Part 3, Natural Anti-Inflammation and Immune Strength. Have you ever wondered why, as we get older, our bodies seem to tire more easily, ache longer, and heal slower? I once had a patient, James, 72, who said, "Doctor, I only walked around the garden, but my knees swelled up, and my shoulders have been sore for weeks. I guess that's just age catching up." But I told him, no, that's not aging. That's chronic inflammation, the quiet enemy within. We often think inflammation happens only when we're injured or sick. But after age 50, our immune system can fall into a state of low-grade chronic inflammation, meaning it's constantly overreacting, even attacking healthy tissues. The result? Aching joints, fatigue, foggy memory, and a higher risk of heart disease or diabetes. And here's what's truly powerful: creatine, a natural compound found in our bodies, not only supports muscle and brain health, it also reduces inflammation and energizes immune cells. In other words, it helps your immune system do its real job. To protect, not attack. I once told James, think of your body as an army that's exhausted. Creatine is the fresh supply line that restores balance, helping your defenses fight wisely instead of recklessly. When he returned 2 months later, he smiled and said, "Doctor, I feel younger. My body feels calm again." And I thought, that's the quiet power of balance. The power creatine can bring to all of us. Creatine helps reduce chronic inflammation, the hidden fire that ages our body and drains our energy, while strengthening immune function in a natural, balanced way. Part 4, Helping your body burn fat, build muscle, and stay firm. Have you ever looked at yourself in the mirror in the morning and thought, why doesn't my body feel the same anymore? It's not really about the number on the scale, it's the feeling that your body has grown softer, weaker, as if your energy has quietly slipped away. I hear this all the time from my patients in their 50s. "Doctor, I eat less, I walk every day, but I just can't lose this belly fat. And my muscles, they're shrinking." I get it. After 40, our bodies naturally start losing lean muscle and storing more fat, even if our habits haven't changed. It's not just about appearance. This shift slows our metabolism, leaving us more tired, sluggish, and prone to illness. And this is where I like to mention a silent friend, creatine. Most people think creatine is only for athletes, but in truth, for older adults, it's a biological key that reawakens sleeping muscle cells and helps your body burn energy more efficiently. One of my patients, Richard, age 66, weighed nearly 200 pounds. After a few weeks of taking creatine daily and walking each morning, he lost 10 pounds of fat and gained remarkable strength. He told me, "Doctor, it's not just the weight I lost, I feel powerful again." Because losing fat and building muscle isn't just about looks, it's how your body finds its youthful rhythm again. A truly healthy body is one with high lean muscle and low fat. Creatine helps your natural muscle building process, burns fat even at rest, and keeps your body firm and strong well into midlife. Part 5, The Impact on Mood and Sleep. You know, there's something many people over 50 don't realize: the body and the mind are far more connected than we think. I once had a patient, she was about 62, who came to see me for chronic insomnia. But after talking with her, I realized the problem wasn't just about sleep. It was about mood, worry, and the endless cycle of thoughts spinning through her head every night. I told her, sometimes, to sleep better, you don't need another sleeping pill, you just need to move your body the right way. And amazingly, after just 3 weeks of gentle daily exercise, she came back smiling. "Doctor, for the first time in years, I slept through the night. When your body moves, happy hormones like serotonin and endorphins are released. They ease stress, quiet the mind, and bring a natural sense of calm, and that's when sleep returns, like a soft reward. I want you to imagine this: every time you take a slow evening walk under the fading light, not only are your muscles moving, your soul is breathing too. That's not just physical exercise, it's therapy for the spirit. It helps you sleep deeper, live calmer, and feel more at peace. Many people over 50 experience insomnia, fatigue, or mild depression. Creatine helps stabilize brain energy, reduce stress, and improve both deep sleep and positive mood. Part 6, affordable, yet powerful as nature's medicine. You know, sometimes the most powerful remedies for our health don't come from expensive pills or fancy gyms. I once told a patient of mine, James, 68, good health doesn't always cost money. It comes from patience and understanding. He had high blood pressure, poor sleep, and chronic fatigue. But with simple changes, morning walks, slow breathing, and a cleaner diet, he transformed his health in just a few months. I call these unlabeled medicines. Morning sunlight. A plate full of green vegetables. A genuine smile. A few minutes of quiet meditation. They're all free, yet they nourish your body and soul more deeply than any supplement ever could. I want you to think for a moment, when was the last time you truly felt your breath? When was the last time you laughed without holding back, or sat quietly to watch the sunset? Those little things, simple as they seem, are the true miracles that keep us young at heart, peaceful in mind, and strong in body. Sometimes, the secret to good health isn't found in a prescription, it's hidden in the rhythm of your everyday life. Part 7, drink the right way, simple but effective. I've met many patients over 50 who told me, "Doctor, I take everything, vitamins, supplements, juices, even herbal remedies, yet I still feel sluggish, sleep poorly, and my skin looks duller than before." And I usually smile and ask them one simple question: are you drinking the right way? Drinking isn't just the act of putting water or medicine into your body. It's an art. I've seen many people dramatically improve their health simply by changing how they drink, not what they drink. One of my patients, a 72-year-old woman, used to suffer from bloating and indigestion. After I advised her to drink warm water slowly after waking up, avoid drinking right after meals, and spread her water intake throughout the day, she told me after a few weeks, "Doctor, my body feels refreshed, lighter, as if renewed." I want you to imagine this: every drop of water, every vitamin, is like a message you send to your body. If you drink the right way, at the right time and in the right amount, your body will understand and respond with health and vibrant energy. Sometimes, the secret to longevity isn't about drinking more, but about drinking right. Part 8, common misunderstandings. I remember once, a patient of mine, John, 68 years old, walked into my office looking confused. He said, "Doctor, I heard that if I take high doses of vitamin C, I'll never catch a cold. I've been doing that for months, but I still get sick." I smiled and gently told him, "John, sometimes what exhausts us isn't the lack of supplements, it's believing in half-truths." Have you ever done that? Heard a piece of advice online, from a friend or neighbor, and quickly believed it was the secret to good health? In more than 30 years of practice, I've seen countless misunderstandings like that, seemingly harmless, but quietly damaging to the body. From drinking too much water, to extreme dieting, to using medicine based on folk wisdom, all of these can backfire. Remember this: health is not a fixed formula, it's a journey of understanding your own body. Each person is a different book, and our task is to read our own pages correctly. Once you understand that, you'll realize that a misunderstanding can sometimes be more dangerous than the illness itself. Part 9. Supporting recovery after illness or exercise. I want you to imagine this. After a long illness or an intense workout, your body is like a house that just survived a storm. It may look fine from the outside, but inside, the bricks, your cells, muscles, and joints, still need repair and recovery. One of my patients, Ellen, 63 years old, once told me, "I thought I was fine after my fever broke. So I went back to work right away. But just a few days later, I was exhausted again, barely able to take a deep breath." I told her, our bodies aren't machines. They need time to heal. After illness or exercise, the body enters a recovery phase, a stage just as important as the treatment or the workout itself. If we take care of ourselves properly during this time, with good nutrition, rest, and patience, the body will respond with strength and resilience. Research shows that recovery is when cells repair themselves, muscles rebuild, and the immune system becomes stronger. And I always tell my patients, don't rush back into the race. Allow your body to rest, because in that stillness, true healing begins. Episode 10. Strengthening the heart and improving blood circulation. I want you to imagine this. Your heart is like a loyal friend, silently working day and night without a single moment of rest. From the moment you were born until now, even if you're in your 60s or 70s, that heart has kept beating over 100,000 times every single day, just to keep you alive, breathing, and capable of love. One of my patients, George, 68 years old, once said to me, "Doctor, I'm not afraid of getting old, I'm afraid my heart will grow weak." And I told him, the heart doesn't weaken because of age, but because we forget to take care of it. Have you ever felt the same way? A bit tired when climbing stairs, breathing heavier after a meal, or suddenly feeling your heart race for no reason? Those aren't signs of aging, they're messages from your heart asking for attention. Small habits, like walking 30 minutes a day, smiling more, eating less salt, or taking a few deep breaths before bed, all help your blood circulate better and make your heart stronger. Science has proven that when the heart is gently exercised every day, blood vessels stay more flexible, the mind sharper, and the spirit brighter. I always tell my patients, if you treat your heart well, it will thank you with every calm and steady beat. Recent research from the Mayo Clinic shows that creatine helps optimize the energy in heart muscle cells, improving blood flow and reducing fatigue during physical activity. Long-term users often have more stable blood pressure and feel less tired when walking long distances or climbing stairs. Episode 11. Activating the youthful metabolism. I want you to imagine this. Inside your body, even at the age of 50, 60, or 70, there exists a rejuvenation engine that quietly works every single day. It doesn't come from a pill or a cosmetic product, it comes from how we treat our bodies, how we eat, sleep, breathe, and even think. One of my patients, Maria, 65 years old, once told me, at my age, feeling young again seemed impossible. But after just 3 months of lifestyle changes, balanced eating, breathing exercises, and deeper sleep, she returned with brighter eyes, rosier skin, and most importantly, a spirit full of energy. I told her, you didn't become young again because of magic, you reactivated the natural rejuvenation mechanism within yourself. Science calls this the cellular metabolic process, where the body clears out old cells and regenerates new tissues, helping us stay flexible and radiant. The wonderful thing is, this process never disappears, sometimes, we just let it fall asleep. I want you to remember this, age only slows the body down, it doesn't stop it from coming back to life. If you give your body the chance, it will prove that youth is not defined by numbers, but by how you live every single day. Creatine activates the AMPK enzyme, a biological switch that Helps cells burn energy more efficiently, lowering blood sugar and cholesterol levels. This effect is like turning your metabolism back to your 30s, keeping your body full of vitality and strength. Conclusion. You know, after more than 30 years working in the field of health, I've realized one thing: there is no miracle that can make the body young again after 40. But there are things that feel like miracles, because they come from science, from understanding, and from personal discipline. Creatine monohydrate is one of those things. It's not a magic potion, but it is one of the most thoroughly studied supplements in over 3 decades, safe, effective, and trustworthy. I've met hundreds of patients who thought they just needed to take creatine to become healthy. But no, health doesn't come from a powder, it comes from how you live each day. If you drink enough water, reduce sugar, exercise lightly for 20 minutes every morning, and stay consistent, creatine becomes your silent companion, helping you grow stronger, clearer in mind, and more resilient. It doesn't just support your muscles, it nourishes your brain, strengthens your heart, fortifies your bones, and most importantly, slows the aging process naturally, from deep within. The deeper lesson here is this: age doesn't determine health, your daily choices do. Let science be your partner, not the miracle you wait for. Start small, stay consistent, because that's the true foundation for a youthful body and a peaceful mind. And now I want to ask you. Backhand index pointing right, have you ever tried creatine or any supplement to feel healthier after 40? Share your experience in the comments, I'd love to hear your story. And don't forget to subscribe to Everyday Vital Path to support us in continuing to bring you sincere and science-based insights for a healthier life every day.